Well, hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what happens when new polishes come into my collection. It's quite an ordeal. First of all, I always do the happy dance because I'm always excited. But I do like to do swatch sticks with each polish on them, and I also like to do swatch dots for the top of the bottles. So I thought I would just kind of go through this and I'll show you one, and then I'm going to do some more, but I'm going to do some yakking, some kind of catching up. So the other thing I do when polishes come into my collection is after they've been swatched and everything, and I have my swatch stick, after they're totally dry, I walk a handful of swatch sticks back to my room where I have my computer, and I sit down and I put them in my Excel spreadsheet, which I finally got, updated and organized. So what I use is a Dymo little printer. I've got a couple of different printers, but this one's the one I use most often. Now, 4 of the polishes I got that I'm doing today, I've already done 3 of the labels, so I already had the name. I had the name of the maker already in here, so I don't have to type that part in. But now I'm going to type in the name of the polish, and this one's Monana, and I'm going to just print it. Now these labels print out a little bigger than the width of my sticks, and I don't want anything sticky sticking off of them, so I just take my little scissors, well, my big fat scissors actually, and I just trim, and I always do it the same way on all of them. I just get as close to the name as I can and just cut straight across. Get my swatch stick ready, and then I peel the backing off. I mean, I've done a whole video on how I do this, but I figured since I had a few polishes that needed to be worked on, I would just go on and work on them. So the swatch sticks and the swatch dots are pretty self-explanatory. I normally do 2 coats on swatch dots and 2 coats on the swatch stick. Always, I let these completely dry, and then I put them on with a little glue dot. So this first one I'm going to do, this one just came in yesterday. It's from All Mixed Up Lacquers. It was my only polish I got from Polish Pickup. And this one's Celtic Relic, and it is a thermal. So I am hoping to wear this one very soon so that, I definitely get to enjoy some of that thermal goodness. Although I have had thermals that lasted, years and years and years and still worked. So it just depends. I do store them in a cool, dry place, and let them do their thing and just be protected the best I can protect them. So that's the first coat of that. So I did want to do some talking. I am really concerned for all of my friends out there with the coronavirus and the COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to kind of touch base with y'all on that. I don't want to get too deep, but me and my family, we're all still having to go to work. We're considered essential. We all work, at places that have deemed it necessary for us to be there. So we will be still getting up and going to work every day. We are practicing safe distancing, staying away from folks. Washing our hands thoroughly quite often, using GERmanikure, wiping down our computers and phones and everything. So far so good. I work in a very small environment. There's probably only 14 employees there. We're all working shorter hours. We're not working as much as normal because this has impacted our workflow. So we do have that going on. We're doing everything to maintain normal life and keep ourselves safe, and so that is that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is I really thought that when all this went down and I had all the worry and heavy on my brain that I would turn to nail polish as my savior. It's my happy place, and I really thought that I was just really going to be banging out like crazy amounts of manicures and swatch videos and things like that, but I have to be honest, it's I've only been painting my nails once a week, you know, once, you know, I mean, I get 2 manicures out of it because I do 2 different ones, but it's not that I don't love it, it's just to take my mind off of everything that's going on and everything. I just have gone back to another of my favorites, my other happy place, which is cooking from scratch. And I'm talking like scratch. None of this box putting stuff here. No, we're talking scratch. I mean, all the way back to like how they did it in the 1950s and stuff. My family's really enjoying it. We're freezing, like if I make big batches of stuff, I'm freezing things for another dinner later. Me and our youngest son, for 3 weeks in a row, we would hit a store with our gloves and all of our protection and everything and go get what we could, and we kind of stocked our pantry and our freezers, and you know, so that we wouldn't have to go to the store as often. Of course, there's still things you need, and trying to work on figuring out how to stretch things, or, you know, well, we had, like, one night I made cold slaw, so we had slaw dogs, and then the next night I made something different for dinner, and then tonight we had barbecue sandwiches with slaw. So, you know, I mean, I made a big old batch of slaw, and slaw's not something I can freeze, I don't think. I've never had any luck with it. So, that's where I've been, and I just wanted to let you guys know, just in case I don't post a video every day or every other day, or there's a few days that go by that I don't post. I'm okay. I'm just entertaining myself, finding, you know, a happy place to be, and, you know, and I do love nail polish. I have not fallen out of love with it, but in these times, I want comfort food, and my idea of comfort food is stuff that takes like all day to make. And like I said, I'm still working and still, you know, getting out and having to do, you know, the shopping and the tending to for the family. You know, we run a household here, and I think we started off better than most because we do eat all of our meals out of our house. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything is from here. We don't hardly eat out. So that's that. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update and let you know. I'm not really doing good on comments. And I apologize. I read all of them. I read them as soon as they come in. My phone goes bling, and I'm reading. And I guess what I need to start doing is hearting them so that you know I've seen them. But I just can't wrap my head around it. You know, like I said, I went to a different happy place, food, which might not be a good thing. We'll see. But I've been, you know, just cooking, and I found this YouTube channel of this lady that cooks like my grandmother's cooked, and my mother, and, you know, the old-fashioned from scratch cooking. And now the lady that started the channel is no longer here, but she's got 7 years worth of videos to watch, and so I am just, you know, kind of trying to catch up on her channel and watch everything. And also it's given me ideas of things that I can cook here with basic things that I already have. You know, I don't have to run out finding some kind of special ingredient. I used to always say I love to cook, and I don't really know that that's the case. I do know that I love to eat good food. So maybe I've just been confused all these years just thinking I love to cook, but I do enjoy it a lot of times if I've got plenty of time. Now, when you come flying in the door sideways after work, and you know you need to get dinner done like really quick, then that's a little bit more of a challenge. But, you know, like I said, we all over here love to eat, so that is what we've been doing. In fact, every week I've made like a dessert, you know, something we kind of eat on for most of the week, if not all the week. I've done chocolate chip walnut cookies. I've done cobblers, blueberry cobblers. I've done just all kinds of crazy stuff. I've just been in the mood, I guess. And it takes my mind off of it. But back to that lady's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link for it down below in case any of you are like me and you just like knowing all those old tricks. And there's nothing, she hasn't taught me anything, but she has reminded me of things that I've known in the past and just kind of forgotten. You know, life gets away from us and we get busy and we forget things. I will leave a link for her channel down below. Now, what I love about it is her son has actually picked up her channel, and he is adding to it with more like new things, newer takes on things like making strombolis or pizza pockets or whatever, and he is doing some of her recipes and all that kind of jazz. But it's just really fun for me. And the biggest thing about it, what drew me in, was I come from a long line of people that love to cook and eat, and we used to always stand around in my grandmother's kitchen or sit around and she'd be cooking, but we were always talking about food and recipes. And when I watched this lady's channel, honest to God, I feel like I'm sitting at my grandmother's table in her kitchen and she's cooking, and me and all my aunts and cousins and my mom, we're all just sitting around talking about food, and that's how this lady makes me feel. And with today being so crazy, I mean, I'm not happy about having to get up and go to work every day. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm very grateful that I'm still bringing in a paycheck. And, our company's really small, and we can't just shut down for 2 weeks or a month. It would kill us. I mean, we would go out of business. So I am really grateful that I have this opportunity to work, but it is also stressful. So being able to take my mind back to that, precious time with my grandmother when she was here, it's just been really, really nice, and it's getting me through. You know how they say people always deal with things in their own way, and this is just how I'm dealing with this. So, but I do want you to know my mind's not jacked up. I'm not like tripping and getting all Jerry Springer on it or anything. I'm kind of stepping back and doing something else just to keep my mind happy right now. And I will definitely still be posting videos, but I wanted to touch base with you all and let you know that, it's not going to be an everyday thing. I don't have the interest right this second. My mind's just full. So, now I'm having a great time cooking. I'm just telling you. It has been just a lovely, lovely thing. So, so we're done with the glue dots, the swatch dots. I'm going to set them over here out of the way so they can dry. Now, I wanted to walk through these real quick since you had to watch me swatch them. I'm going to reposition my camera so we can get a better look at them. Okay, this one right here is all mixed up lacquer, and that's Celtic Crelly. Now, another thing I do, I didn't mean to put this up yet, is I've got this is carpet tape. It's double-sided tape that I've got just like stuck to a shoebox lid, and I sit them on there because then that way they're not going to go anywhere. I love that. So I'll move that up a little bit again. Next, I picked up a couple of Kiss Gel Strong Polishes weeks ago, and they don't have names, they've just got numbers, but it's a nice baby blue. And I line these up on here too so that they can dry, and if they get bumped, they're not going to be touching each other. And there we go with another Kiss Gel Strong, and this one's a beautiful pink. Y'all know how I am about the pinks. And to be honest, these two colors are what I'm wearing on this in a smushy. And then this one over here is this one from Painted Phalanges, Ken Adams. It's got some like glitters or hollowy or something in it. It's got something in it. And then the next one is a Regina Phalange by Painted Phalanges. It's a topper, but look. It's like fairy dust on steroids or something. And then we also have Painted Phalanges Princess Bubble Yum. It's got those white shards in it. Very cool, very different. And then the last one was Painted Phalanges Manana. And it's purple with some like little blue flecks of something in it. Very neat, very unusual for my collection. So that is what I have for you guys. That's all I've got going on. But I just wanted to get out there because I didn't want to worry you. I didn't want you shoot me emails or Instagram and, oh, how are you doing? You haven't been posting. Because I know y'all worry about me, and I really do appreciate it. I'm totally fine. I'm just kind of different right now. I think we all are. So, like I told you, I've fallen in love with, cooking from scratch again. And if you guys are using some other methods of keeping your sanity, whether you are, on self-quarantine and not leaving the house, that's very hard. When you're used to being able to just go, I could see that being a very difficult thing. So let me know what you're doing to pass the time and to get through this. Because, like I said, I always love hearing from you. I will be trying to get around to answering all the comments that I have not responded to. That is, it's a high priority for me. I will be doing that. And even if they're old, I'm still going to respond because that's what I do. So that is it for me today. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your support. I want all of you to be safe out there. But most of all, until next time, be good to yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.